Hi, Leo, and welcome to your August reading, and happy birthday. This is for anybody that has, of course, their sun, moon, rising midheaven, and or Venus in the sign of Leo. Nonetheless, if you just happen to find yourself on this video, I'm sure there is a message in here for you, and I do hope that it finds you well. Let's get into the energies that are coming up for August. What came out for you guys was the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Pentacles, and the Death card. Okay. Potential obstacles that you may be facing if you have not already faced them. You have the Lover's card, followed by the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles reverse. And then what you need to be focusing on energetically in order to overcome the energies for the month, you have the Temperance card, followed by the Four of Swords and the Magician with the Empress card. Almost said Emperor. You guys might be trying to manifest your divine partner, so there you go, twin flame, soulmate connection. But overall, what I feel with these energies is that a lot of you guys are really stepping into your power, right? Understanding that your power comes from your self-esteem and the way that you value yourself and the way that you look at and appreciate and or depreciate potentially, right? You can be going through that energetically, but just overall and how you like appreciate yourself. I don't really know how to like explain this card, but it is definitely about your own personal character development. You guys really taking ownership in the month of August, right? You understanding that you cannot attract what you want if you don't feel good about yourself, right? If you don't have that confidence that you can essentially do anything, be anything, you know? So I feel like a lot of you guys are definitely stepping into your power, but some of you guys too much so to the point of being kind of like self-absorbed, and it's all about like what you can get or you, like your own personal gains, rather than the collective, those that are in your external environment, right? So this can be like family members, friends, romantic interests even, right? Just however this pertains to your situation in your career. You really care about the money and not about the service, right? Helping somebody, really making a difference. I'm getting that with the Seven of Pentacles card. And so you're having to take a look at that and really transform the way that you handle relationships and or don't. Kind of look at your approach to the different situations in your life, or needing to really understand how that behavior has affected your relationships, has affected your ability to make really sound decisions, right? Because the Lover's card can be a card of naivety. If you want to talk about like a man and how men have like two heads, really, right? They have a brain and then they claim like their penis has a brain, it has a mind of its own. So for men, it can be you thinking with the head of your penis, not making sound decisions, as far as wanting to build a relationship with somebody, but there's always kind of like that same, it's kind of like you do the same thing, you get the same results. So you needed to change the way that you approach situations in love, basically. Some of you guys are stuck on someone of the past. I'm seeing this. Some of you guys are struggling with waiting on divine timing, because the Hermit card does talk about time, right? The one thing that we all try to fight and the different ways that we try to fight them. be it in relationships and trying to control relationships because we don't want them to end, even understanding that it has already reached its expiration date, you know, doing things like that. As far as with women in the cosmetic beauty industry and trying to find ways to keep themselves young, like we always try to fight against time. But since, you know, this is coming up with the Lovers card next to it and in the obstacles position, I definitely feel like it's somebody from the past, somebody that you have known that you keep looking back to, trying to figure out what happened, what really went wrong in the relationship. Some of you guys are wanting to reach out, but it's only in the mind and there is like no action behind it. Okay. You guys haven't sent that email, you haven't sent that text message, you haven't, you know, made that phone call, you haven't left a voicemail, like you've done nothing as far as communication can go. You guys are not communicating if this is about somebody in the past. And that bothers you a little bit because it can be somebody that you do love if you want to take the literal meaning of the Lovers card, right? Or, I don't know, there's something here with this person, but it's somebody that you hold near and dear to you. So even if it's not somebody that you're romantically interested in, it could be somebody that maybe you worked with before, like an old company, an old boss, an old friend. There's some type of relationship that was of importance. What you need to do, right, what you need to focus on is just remaining patient. Taking time to yourself, taking time to understand why you're being made to wait, right? Make sure that there is nothing else that you still have to work on before you can really like attract this person into your life, attract this next thing of abundance into your life, you know? Some of you guys feel like it's never going to happen, and so you're getting in your own way in that way. As far as the workplace is concerned, then I feel like a lot of you guys are very confident but might be a little bit too independent and are not reaching out for help and understanding the significance of having a team and building with other people in the workplace, especially because this Three of Pentacles is reverse, right? I'm hearing delegation. So there's power in delegating tasks to other people. Some of you guys need to learn that in this month. We understand that you may feel as a Leo, as a fire sign, you know, as a fixed sign, at that very set in your ways. You understand that you might be the most organized on the team. You understand, or you know, that you can be accountable for yourself and that you can get the job done. And so you hesitate when it comes to having to rely on others. Here we go. Sorry that took a while to get out. So that is what you guys need to take a look at as far as career and finances is concerned. Like, you guys like to be the center of attention. And I'm also getting that, especially with Aphrodite being in the center. You know, she was wearing a very provocative outfit, right? I mean, it's her nature. She was just a very sensual goddess, but nonetheless, all the time, girl, like really, you know, it kind of feels like that. That's for some of you guys. Just take a look at that. Understand that other people need to be involved too. You need to include other people, otherwise they're going to always feel like they just don't fit in, like they don't have a place, you know, in your world, in your community. However this resonates for you guys. Have some patience. Be a little bit more flexible. That's what it's really going to teach you this month. How to be a little bit more flexible. How to really go with the flow. And, you know, I hear take it easy with this Four of Swords card. And I'm sorry, you guys, if it's not focused. I know I'm recording much later than I ever have. But a girl's got to do what a girl has got to do right now. You feel me? So, yeah. You guys need to take it easy. And that's what's really going to help you attract more abundance this month. Mercury is in your sign Leo, so see how that affects you. If your Mercury is naturally in Leo, that is your natal placement. I know Mercury speaks on communication and the way that you convey your thoughts. You might be a little bit more animated this month. You might have a lot to say that can help other people this month. You know, so people might be really drawn to what you have to say. I'm getting that if your Mercury's in Leo. But this Empress card is here, which speaks on the sign of Taurus. And I know that Uranus is in Taurus. At least I think it's Taurus. Or is it Virgo? I always second guess myself when it comes to the Empress card. I believe it's Taurus though. But see how that is affecting you this month. Look it up just for general knowledge, right? Your own personal growth and development. Learn more about how the planets are affecting you and have been affecting maybe some of the choices that you have been making thus far in your life. You might want to take a look at that. That might transform you and your perspective and your way of living and being this month, if it's something that you just have a hard time seeing for yourself. So it never hurts. But outside of that, I'm really drawn to romance. This can be a good month for romance, singles, just knowing your self-worth and putting yourself out there, not being afraid to go to new places and take new chances and do new things. Do things that you're drawn to. Do things that you feel divinely inspired to do. You know, because I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a period where you're just wanting to regenerate yourself. This is all about like self-identity and refreshing yourself. So if you are single, you know, you do have to put yourself out there, and that is what a lot of you guys are struggling with. Some of you guys might be shyer than you like to put on, you know, being a fire sign, and that is okay. Just understand that that can work to your benefit. Don't view your weaknesses as something to be ashamed of, you know what I'm saying? Or the things that you just don't necessarily like about yourself. Don't be ashamed of them. Look at them and figure out how to make them your strength, right? How to implement them into your personality. It is who you are, you know. You can only change but so much with money, you know. So that's the thing. But don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You have to take a little bit more chances in love. That might be what has been holding you back. And so, you know, get your feet wet. Don't jump all in. It's okay to test the waters, you know, maybe do one date here or there. Let somebody set you up, possibly on a blind date with this Four of Swords and Temperance energy. You might meet somebody that you really like, somebody that you're really attracted to. Somebody that's going to help you really grow in this next chapter, this next phase of your life that you're trying to go in. If you're already in a committed relationship, everything looks good. I feel like conversation is at an all-time high. You guys might be talking about some things that are a little bit more serious. Trying to take that next step, like where are you guys really going in life? What do you have planned next? Are you potentially going to move next? Like what you guys are trying to achieve next. So having those conversations, or needing to have those conversations, so you can enter into the next phase of your relationship. I feel like that's been holding some of you guys back. But conversation is healthy. I'm not seeing a lot of conflict here. Some of you just aren't expressing your love enough. That might be from the way that you grew up. Again, with this Hermit card, can talk about time. So something that you possibly have not yet dealt with, and why you aren't expressing of love, or needing to understand how to better give and or receive love. Okay, so that might come up. I feel like you have to pick and choose your battles. That's what I'm hearing with this Temperance card and the Four of Swords. So just be careful. So as far as your chakras are concerned, your sacral chakra, root chakra, third eye, and your heart chakra are here the most. So make sure that those are in balance. And at this time, if this resonated for you, definitely give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more. Happy birthday.